welcome back to another video, man. We're gonna be doing a push session today. Just wanted to show you guys that water, how the water runs right behind this park here. But just pulled up to the park, got the ring set up here. We want to start off with some supreme dips, y'all. Some supreme dips here. All right, y'all, let's get it. All right, y'all, let's get into these supreme dips. This is gonna be my first set. Let's get it. All right, y'all, this is that Sunday push session, y'all. That Sunday push session, y'all. This was a good session. Started off with these RTO dips. I know these right here ain't nothing really special to look at or nothing like that, man, but the work gotta get done, y'all. RTO dips. Try to maintain that tension in those biceps, y'all. Maintain that tension. Make sure you drop in those shoulders below the elbows, and then press up, y'all. All right, y'all, we're getting into the second set of these supreme dips. Remember, y'all, if you guys are gonna attempt these, make sure you warm up your biceps, y'all. These put a lot of tension in the biceps, so make sure you warm up. Let's get it. Yeah, on this video, I'll try to do a little bit more talking to the camera instead of just the whole thing being a voiceover. So the volume changes in between here and there, man. I apologize. I'm gonna work on getting myself a mic. That way the tone of the video and then the voiceover is all on the same wavelength, y'all. But this is that second set of these RTO dips. These right here it's pretty intense. So I like to front load these. And yeah, y'all, this is that second set, man. We're getting real deep with it. Getting real deep with that Sunday work. Second set. These are kind of slow, but it's better to be safe than to get injured, y'all. So make sure you take your time with these. All right, we're getting into this third set. For these, I'm giving you guys a straight shot angle, so you can kind of see how you really got to keep them rings right next to your side. Here we go. Yeah, when I first pulled up to the park Sunday morning, y'all, I was just there for a little bit setting up, and a young family pulled up. Mom and dad might have been like under 25, right? They had a little young one with them, and dude started getting some muscle ups on the straight bar. Then he asked me if he could use the rings, right? Of course, I said yes. He got up on there and he went for a muscle up, y'all. And you guys know, man, I coach myself, just watching these videos back and all that. So immediately I noticed what his problem was. I knew he had the strength by watching him hit those pulls on the muscle up on the bar. Third set. All right, y'all, here we go. We're gonna be getting into the second exercise. We're gonna be doing overhead press. We're just taking advantage of being outdoors, y'all. Sometimes when you train inside, you can't really do all this full extension stuff, so we're taking advantage of it. Let's get it. Yeah, like I was saying, y'all, after watching him get up on that bar, I knew he had the strength, but when I see him get on them rings, I could tell his false grip. That's what he was missing. So I asked him if I could show him how to set up with that false grip so he could get the muscle up on the rings, and yeah, y'all, he allowed me to show him. So I went ahead and showed him how to grip the rings with a false grip, and then I ran about 2 simple muscle ups just to demonstrate for him how you transition with the rings. And yeah, y'all, first try he was up there, y'all. So I just want to mention that on here, that sometimes the rewards of training is not always
the gains and all that. Sometimes it's showing others, y'all.
Some of that shoulder work, y'all. Some of that shoulder work. All right, here we go. We're getting into the second set. And just a little bit of advice for this exercise is basically really setting up that foundation. You want to really screw your feet into the ground, position, squeeze that core, and then just focus on pressing. Here we go.
Yeah, y'all, with this training stuff, y'all, we might think that we don't got no influence on nobody, right? But I challenge you guys, man, go out to the park and do some work, and you'll be surprised how many people walk up on you, y'all, and ask you how you do this and how you do that. And just like that story I told you guys about that young kid with his family, man, you never know. He might have got home and got online and ordered himself a set of rings, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody comes at you with respects and asks you a honest question about training or something like that, man, take it upon yourself to educate, man, and lead them in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? But as you guys see, man, we're hitting these standing shoulder press, also known as a military press or overhead press. For these, I'm using the 25-pound tactical bar with 245 plates on there, y'all.
Yeah, y'all, when it comes to picking up weight, it's all about controlling the weight. We can't let the weight control us, so before we get up under something that's real heavy, let's make sure we build up to it. Because if not, you're just gonna get injured, man. All right, y'all, this last one, we're gonna play with the wide grip. Let's get it. Last set.
Yeah, it's that third set. I believe for these, I got that collar to collar money, y'all. Yeah, when you're only doing a few sets, y'all, a few sets and a few reps, if you can, you want to make sure you're either switching up the tempo, switching up the grip, pausing a little bit longer, either halfways or up top or at the bottom, whatever it is, y'all. But like, just switch it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It don't always have to be textbook exactly the same. The previous set, same as the next one. Just test it, find your rhythm, find what you like, and make sure you're breathing, make sure you're concentrating, and make sure you're getting that clean money, man. Don't let that ego get in the way, man. As soon as you feel like that's that, maybe hit one or two and wrap it up.
All right, y'all, let's get into this third exercise. For these, we're going to be doing weighted dips. I'm going to be using 245 plates, and we're going to be shooting anywhere from 6 to 8 reps, and we're doing full extension. If you guys stick around, y'all, this last exercise, we're going to do a little bit of accessory work. So stick around, y'all. Let's get it.
Yeah, we're getting into that weighted part of the session, y'all. Got these 245s. I got that weight belt on, and we hitting reps, y'all. We hitting reps and sets on these 90 pounds. If you guys notice these P bars, y'all, they're real high up. A lot of people don't like it, but man, I love it, man. It's one of the reasons that I always return to this park, y'all, because these P bars got to be the highest ones, man, the highest ones in the state. And me being 6'2", I really do appreciate it, because it allows me to go a little bit deeper than that full extension. If you guys see, that's a little bit deeper than a 90. I remember when I first started going to the gym, y'all, in 2000, what was it, 2018. I started going to the LA Fitness, and one of the trainers walked up on me.
First set, y'all. First set. All right, y'all, let's get it. We're about to get into the second
Yeah,
set. We're doing weighted dips using 90 pounds. Let's go.
Yeah, one of the trainers had walked up on me, y'all, and he told me, he had told me I was going a little too low on the dips, that I was going to injure myself. And at the time, I wasn't even doing weighted calisthenics, y'all. But now looking back at it, now that I got, some years of training under my belt, that's bad advice, y'all. That's bad advice, man. That's why you got to make sure who you pay attention to and all that, man, because sometimes they'll tell you something like that you're going too low, you're going to injure yourself. And now that prevents you from really getting that deep stretch, that full extension, really working those tendons and all that, y'all. So be careful who you listen to, and don't take advice from just anyone. This guy was a personal trainer giving me bad advice. And don't get me wrong, it's good advice, but I mean, at the time I was only 25 years old and I was already training. I wasn't out of shape or anything, so it was perfectly fine for me to go as low as possible. As long as it feels comfortable.
Second set, yo. Second set.
Yeah, y'all, for these last 3 sets, there's some copywritten music in the back, so I just went ahead and muted these last 3 clips so we don't get hit with the copyright. And this is the last set of these weighted dips. We're using the 90 pounds, slow and controlled. And then up top, we're kind of piking those hips, protracting, really squeezing up top. And yeah, y'all getting that weighted money, man, the calisthenics weighted money. Some people say it ain't calisthenics. Some people say it's weightlifting. At the end of the day, man, it don't matter, man. As long as you're out there putting in that work, man, don't worry about the label of the exercise or none of that. It's good to know, right? But just do your thing, yo. You shouldn't be too quick to get caught up on the name. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you could do the exercise, I think it's a little bit more important than the name, or knowing the right name. These right here, y'all, I'm not exactly too sure what they're called, but you guys see the work, man. I'm using this 15. This is at the end of my routine. The beginning of the month, man, when I was out there in San Francisco, me and JD was working on some of these. So now that I'm back home on my push sessions, I'm going to make sure I hit a couple sets of these. Felt real good with that 15 pound. And for this one right here, I decided to go with the band for the final set. These were pretty good with this thin band, but I'm not that good at using bands. So if you guys watch to the end, you're gonna see how it smacks me in the face, man. But I appreciate everybody coming through today. Thank you for checking out the video. If you like it, comment, subscribe, or share it with somebody that's getting into calisthenics training, y'all. If you guys got any questions, feel free to ask. And I appreciate everybody, man. I hope everybody's having a good week. Thank you, man. Peace.